somebody hearing this saying, oh, fuck, that's where I am right now. The advice you give that person right now is what?
Is you have to find help. Like that was my, I know hindsight's 20/20, but you look back now and I just, like I said, from the time I can remember, I learned to be a victim. And you have to find someone help, whether it be someone at school or someone's parents or something. You have to find help. Someone has to help you. My mother, and I know it's again cliche, but it was just the fear was in us so bad of, being beat up, abused, hurt, killed, or whatever. And it just didn't happen. So someone has to find help somewhere. I don't know if that made sense or not.
But. No, that's exactly the answer I was looking for. Now you got to bring it even more simpler. Who at that point do you wish you would have reached out to?
You know what? I used to be, there's a lot of times where I didn't go home, and after school I'd go to someone's house, and I was that close, but I was so afraid that if somebody said something that I would get abused or my mother would take the brunt of it, or both of us. So, I mean, just that's who I wish I would have reached out to was confide in someone's parents or a teacher or my friend's parents or a teacher or something.
Mm-hmm. And by law, are you protected? Because now you're a teenager, you're 12, 13. If you go to the cops, if you go to your teacher and they call a police officer, whatever type of officer in the school to talk to you one-on-one, by law, are you protected now? Or are they going to send you back to that toxic environment and get your ass beat again? How does that work?
They will not. No, they will take, you will be taken somewhere and I don't want to say into custody, but you'll be taken somewhere where you won't have to go back to that and face potential harm. Here I am, almost 54 years old, and just now trying to build my life back up. You
said you lost your kids, your career, your self-worth. What moment do you think that hit you the hardest, Donald?
It's kind of hard to talk about, so you're gonna have to bear with me if you don't mind. It was just things like that and I lost a marriage, and then it trickled down to where I fell into depression again. I was homeless 3 times in a 5-year span. I lost my relationship with my kids. And that's when the chain around the neck, standing in a chair came into play. And that moment right there was a changer, because if the divine intervention of whatever you want to call it, of someone walking in at that, what's the chances of that, by the way? And that's kind of when it hit me. I'm like, you know what? I'm supposed to be here. And that was, rebuilding my life after that, someone walking in and essentially saving my life is when it kind of hit me. And I said, you know what? I'm supposed to be here. I'm worth something. And God forbid, what would my kids have went through if that would have happened,